Hi guys, I'm Athena. We're about to do a Tabata class. Tabata is high intensity interval training. A Tabata consists of 8 rounds of 20 seconds of work with a 10-second in between rest period. We have a total of 6 Tabatas. The first 2 will have 4 exercises, and then the rest will have 2 that will alternate between. One thing I want to tell y'all is to please modify when you need to, rest when you need to, get water. If you have any type of injuries, current or previous, please take care of your body. I will definitely be modifying today. I'm still recovering from a back procedure. So we will go ahead and get started with the warm-up. One thing you'll need is a chair, bench, anything that you can do a squat on or push-ups on, and a mat. And we'll go ahead and get started with a little jog. If you want to modify here, just do some high knees. I'm just going to go a little side to side. You also can pretend to jump rope, or if you do have a jump rope, you can go ahead and do that. Last 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do heel to bum, so heel towards your bum, press your arms back. If you want to move with it, forward and backwards, you can. We got 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take it into a lateral movement, so we're just going to do lateral shuffle, side to side. If you want to, you can add a little reach, a little quarter squat with a reach, or just stay upright. Last 3, 2, and 1. You open your legs out, straddle legs, just a little side to side. Push your hips back. You can stay up or go ahead and reach further down, depending on your range of motion. We got 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come down, forearm onto your thigh. We're just going to do controlled circles with our arm. Up, back, and around. One more in this direction, and then reverse. One more, and switch sides. Same thing, please. Control your movement. Stay in your range of motion. Switching. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bring our feet in. We're going to do just a little quarter squat and a reach. Throw your arms back and stand up on the tiptoes, warming up through your feet, ankles, knees, hips, and shoulders. One more. And release. From here, we're going to come into a forward lunge. So, split lunge. One foot in front of each other. So you're going to bend that bottom leg and then reach. Take that arm up and over. Getting a little bit of stretch through your psoas muscle, front part of that hip. 3, 2, and 1. Other side, other foot steps back. Bring your pelvic forward and then drop that bottom leg and reach. Three, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to do a reverse lunges, alternating sides. So just going to step back, keep that torso upright. Engage through your core. Knee stacks over the ankle. Last 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do 1 second quad stretches. Dynamic movement. 3, 2, 1. We're going to a little bit of balance, open up through the sides of your hips. So you're going to take that leg for a little squat and just sit back, alternating. You don't have to go deep into that squat. And actually, when you squat, you go to your own depth. Last 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take in some just basic jumping jacks in and out, or modify, step in and out. Land quietly, protect your knee joints. We have 3, 2, and 1. So then we're going to do a squat and lateral leg lift. So when you're squatting, make sure that your hip distance or shoulder distance, depending on your stance, sitting back, engaging through your glutes. We're lifting up to that side of your glute, your gluteus medius. We have 1 more. And release. We're going to come down, take it into a downward facing dog. So you're going to crawl your hands out and then walk your hands out to inverted V position. We're just going to pedal out the legs. So bend one knee, then the other. Stretch out through your calves, back, and hamstrings. For 3, 2, and 1. We're in a plank position. Shoulders over your wrists. We're going to begin with some hip movement. We're going to step 1 foot forward and back. Modify. You can lower that back knee to the ground. Just take it at your own pace. We have 1 more on each side. And then this side you come to next, you're going to hold. We're going to take that inside hand, reach it up. Modify. You can lower that back knee. Circle out that wrist, please. And other way. And release. Go ahead and switch. Extending that top arm up for a little twist. Circle the wrist. And other way. And release. When you come all the way down onto our belly, we'll just do a little few cobra lifts. So you're just going to ground down through your hands and lift up. Just a few going at your own pace. If you want to lift up higher, you can. But if that bothers your back, please lower back down and don't come up so high. Got 1 more. And hold. So now we're going to warm up through your lower legs, glutes. You can take your hands, make a pillow, rest your forehead down. We're just going to alternate and lift 1 leg up at a time. So lengthen through your lower back and then squeeze your glute as you lift. We have 1 more on each side. And release. We're going to come over onto our backs for some bridge lifts. Warming up through our hips, glutes. So hands by your side, or they can be out like a T. We're going to lift and lower. Pretend you have a block in between your knees. And you're going to squeeze your glutes up at the top. For 3, 2, 1. And we're just going to hold it at the top just for a few seconds here. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Activate through your core. Activate through your glutes. For 3, 2, and 1. We are going to start our very first Tabata, which is going to be on the mat. I'm going to grab my Tabata music and we're going to start. So I'll preview the first one, but then we're just going to roll through the 4 exercises. All right, so you're going to be laying on your belly. Let me face this way. All right. So your very first one that you're doing, we're going to be doing a star lift. So arms and legs are nice and wide, and you're just going to lift up and down. All right. All right, we're going to start and go. Lift the arms out to the side and lower. Lift up and lower. So focus on squeezing your bum at the top. You don't have to come up high. Gaze down, protect your neck. All right, and rest. Moving to the next one. You're going to be in a plank position, and we're doing rotational planks. Stagger your feet. Side to side. Modify. Lower that bottom leg as you move side to side. Control. Tighten that core. Right, coming down to your right forearm. Bottom leg can be bent. Top leg's being lifted and lower. If you want to make it a little bit harder, stack the feet and lift and lower. So squeeze that glute med. Reverse tabletop, shoulders over those wrists. You're going to drive your hips up as you kick that leg. Squeeze up at that top, fingertips point forward, or they can come out towards the side, whatever feels better for you. Lift up as high as you can. So we're kind of still using the first Tabata as our warm-up. I'm going to face a different way so that you can see differently in different angles. All right, lift, lower. Make sure you are gazing down. Protect your neck. All right, 10-second recovery. Flip to your left side. I'm sorry, you're in a plank, rotational planks, push-up position. Remember, you can modify and lower that bottom leg. Lift up to the side of that waist. 3, 2, 1. Come down to your left forearm. Lower that bottom leg, and we're just going to lift that top leg. And work. Remember, you can make it harder by stacking your feet and lifting that top leg. Lift up to that side of that waist, please. Stack your shoulder over your elbow. Good alignment. 3, 2, 1. Reverse tabletop. So you're lifting your hips up and go. Three, two, one, and release. So here, I'm just going to pause it so it doesn't go to the next one. Get a quick sip of water if you need it. We're going to do some cardio next. All right. So I will preview the very first one. We're just going to move into some skaters side to side here. We have 4, but we'll go through it as we move along. All right. So your first one are skaters. You can take the hop out and just move side to side. You can be up high, medium, or low. Feel free to make your movement as explosive as you would like. You can reach down further if you want to. Do whatever you want with the arms. I'm working on balance, so I'm going to try not to touch my bottom leg to the ground. All right, your next one, you're going to just do quarter squats one way, quarter squats side to side. So stay low, squeeze your back as you bring your shoulders up. Quarter squats are just as if you're sitting up in a high stool. All right, so the next one are quick jacks. You're going to move in and out quick. Now modify side, 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 side. Do whatever you want with your arms. You don't have to go as high as I am. You can keep them lower. Feel free to work faster or slower than me. Next one, star jumps. You're going to come down and make yourself into a star. Or modify, lift one leg up at a time. Do a squat and leg lift. Go. Laying quietly. So you're going to try to jump up. Reach your arms and legs out. Landing in a little quarter squat. Or modify. Squat, lift. Squat, lift. All right. Starting back from the beginning, skaters side to side. And go. So here, move. Remember, you can modify. Take that little jump out. All right, you got those quarter squats, walking side to side with a little upright row, working your shoulders, front and back. Just step side to side. All right, next one are those quick jacks. Moving your feet in and out like a jumping jack, but really fast. So let's work. Engage that core, tummy tight. So you're going to do that star movement. You're going to do it into a squat and jump. And go. Land quietly. Remember, you can just squat and leg lift. Squat with a lateral leg lift. Your heart rate, you're trying to get high on those. All right, I'm going to pause that. Moving to the next. We got 2. We're using our chair. So it's just squat jumps. Tap and jump up, or you can do tap and a calf raise. And then we have a variation of push-ups. So you can do them on your bench, chair, or ground. squat, explode up. You don't have to jump high. You just leave the jump out and just give me a calf raise. And push your hips forward. Squeeze your glutes at the top. All right, push-ups with knee to elbow. So you'll do one push-up, knee to elbow. And go. Push-up, knee to elbow. Alternating side to side. Push-up, knee to elbow. You don't have to do these on a chair. You can go to the floor to make it harder. Back to your squat jumps. If you don't want to use your chair so you can go lower, feel free to do that. Squat and a jump. Explode, push through those hips. But land quietly. Try to control your descent. All right, so it's a push-up, knee to elbow. On your chair for modification or on the ground. And go. Please engage through your abdominals and your bum. Squat jumps. So you want to try to get your heart rate high. Make sure you are in cardio zone if you're wearing some type of Fitbit, watch, app, whatever you're using. All right. You get tired doing push-ups, you can just be in a plank and just do knee to elbows. And go. Please squeeze that core as if someone was about to punch you in that belly. You contract it. Draw your rib cage towards your pelvic. All right, last one of each. Squat jumps. Go. Last time for your push-up and your knee to elbow. Engage that core. Try to bring that knee up as high as you can with control. Pausing that. All right, next we're doing plyometric lunges. So I'll preview the very first one. You're going to jump switch your legs, or if you don't want to do that, you're just going to give me reverse lunges. We have that with a forearm jack. So you're on your forearms and you're moving your feet in and out on your bench or on the mat. All right. So you're jump switching your legs. So, jump switch. Jump switch, do whatever you want with your hands, or modify. step back with a reverse lunge. All right, your second is that forearm plank. So shoulders over your elbow. You're jumping your feet in and out. Go. Or you can step. For modification, step your feet out. Or you can just hold a plank. If you need to modify, lower to your knees. Different options. Choose wherever you want to be today. All right. Back into the plyometric lunges. Make sure you keep that chest up. Each time, engaging through your entire core. Make sure that your knee doesn't go over your toes. All right, forearm plank. Jack feet, in and out the feet or step. Keep the hips down. Hips stay level as best as possible. It's better to have good form over how fast you go. All right, forearm plank. Remember, you can hop your feet out or step, or just hold a plank. Last one of each. Keep that chest lifted. Do whatever you want with your arms. There's no right or wrong way. All right, last time for your forearm plank with jack feet. Squeeze that core. You pause that. You'll get water if you need it. We have this one and one more. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start. So this is what it looks like. Toes out, heels in. Sumo squat, curl, press. So you're standing up on your tiptoes. Squat down, curl, press, go. So press down through your heels when you're in that squat. Stand up, try to stand up as high as you can on your toes. All right, your next one, you're gonna come into a low squat, step or hop your feet back. Come into a low squat, step or hop your feet back. So modify, go. If you need to, by just stepping. So you just come down, back, and still try to stay as low as you can in your legs. Toes out, heels in. Pelvic down. Reach down, curl, and press. Control your movement. Make sure you are squeezing all your muscles. Keep your arms framing your ears at the top. Gaze out in front of you. All right, back to those froggers. Just changing angles. All right, so you can down and up. Step or hop. Try to stay as low as you can in your legs. Go at your own perfect pace. All right, toes out, heels in. Engage your core. And go. Squeeze everything up at that very top. All right, step or hop back into that plank position. If you want to challenge it, throw in a push-up. Weight in the heels. Try to land quietly. All right. Turn to the side. Go. Make sure you're squeezing. Focus on form. And go. Try to get that heart rate up on these. Try to get yourself in cardio zone. All right. And we have the last one. We're on our mats. All right. So make sure that you press your lower back down. Your knees are bent. And you're going to lift your head, shoulders. Bring your hands by your sides. And go. So you can stay here or extend your legs out 45 degrees. If this compromises your lower back, bend those knees. Slightly tuck your chin in as if you had a small navel underneath. Press your heels together. All right, and release. So you're going to do glute marches. Hands by your sides. You're going to lift the leg up one at a time. And go. So as if you were marching. If you want to modify, you're going to be in this plank, bridge position, and just alternate lifting a leg, holding your hips up high. So press up, squeeze at the top. All right. So smash your sacrum down to the mat and lift up. If you want to make it harder, lift your arms above your head. Knees stay 90 or extend those legs out. Brace that core. Pretend someone's about to punch you in that belly. Squeeze as hard as you can. All right, back to the glute marches. Starting back in 3, 2, 1. And lifting. Pause at that top. You are still activating through your core, which is front, sides, and back. All right. Lift those legs up. Brace that core. Hands by the sides or above your head to make it more challenging. If you want to extend those legs out, you can even hover if you want to. Lift them out 45 degrees, whatever works for you. Squeeze. All right. Take that little recovery, take a big deep breath in, blow it out, and we're starting back. Go. Remember, modifying, you're keeping those hips lifted and alternating lifting that leg. You're still squeezing up at the top. All right, we got one more of each and we are done. Lift and go. Hold. Embrace your abdominals. A few more seconds. Push through. This is it. All right. Last 20 seconds. Do your best, whatever that is today. And go. Quality over quantity. All right, and y'all stay here on your mats. We're going to stretch. Pausing that. All right, we're going to start with a hamstring stretch on your right side. Lift up that right leg, reach behind your hamstring or your calf. Your left leg can be bent or straight. If it's straight, press your heel down into the floor. And we want to make sure that we're not stretching into pain. If there's pain, lessen the intensity. And please circle that ankle. And other way. And release. Other side, lift that left leg up, reach behind the thigh or the calf. Focus on smooth breaths, controlling your inhalation as well as your exhalation. Circle that ankle, please. And other way. And release. We're going to come into figure 4 stretch, bending your knees. Take your right ankle across to the top. You can stay here and press your thigh away from you if that's enough. If you want more sensation, you're going to reach behind your left hamstring and bring your knee towards your chest. Make sure you flex your right toes, so toes point towards your shin. Protect your knee joint. Should feel this on the outside of your right hip, glutes. And slowly release and switch sides. We're going to hold everything about 20 seconds. And you push that thigh away or reach behind your right thigh. sure you flex that toe. Toe points towards your shin. And slowly release. We'll roll over to your left side. And we're going to take your top leg for a quadricep stretch. Hip and knee in one alignment. Slightly squeeze your right glute so it can stretch through the front part of your thigh, as well as you might get a little bit of a hip flexor stretch. And slowly release. We're going to do that to the other side. Hip and knee in one alignment. Slightly squeeze your left glute. And then slowly release when you roll onto your belly. You're going to spread your fingers nice and wide on your mat. So in spider tip the fingers, releasing one ear and shoulder down at a time, stretching through the front parts of your shoulder, as well as getting a little bit of some spine movement for upper thoracic. One more on each side. And then bring your arms like a number 11. Press your palms down, elbows towards your hips. You can stay here if you want more sensation. You can lift your elbows up. Stretching a little bit through that torso. And slowly you're going to come up onto your hands and knees. We're going to extend your right leg out. Tuck your left toes in. We're just going to push your hips back towards your heels and come forward. So you go to your own range of motion. Stop when you feel that stretch, stretching through the inner right thigh and your left heel and calf. And then the next time we're just going to hold here. So you can hold up on your hands. You can come down to your forearms. We're just trying to get that nice stretch for that inner thigh. Three, 2, 1. Coming to that other side. Left leg extends out. And then tuck your right toes under and push your hips forward and back. Just rock forward and back. And then we're going to hold. So holding up on your hands, or feel free to come down into your forearms. And slowly release. And we're going to come and have a seat. Bring your soles of your feet together. Now from here, once you get situated, we're just going to cross the wrists, tuck your chin in and around through your upper back. So we're stretching a little bit through the thoracic, and you may even feel this a little bit through your shoulders if your shoulders are tight. And then bring it up, whatever hand's on bottom, go ahead and place on top. Same thing, tuck your chin toward your chest, open up through that thoracic. And release. We're just going to take a little spinal twist. So seated spinal twist. You're going to cross one of your legs. Doesn't matter what side you do first. Hug around through that shin. You're twisting towards your bent knee. Sitting up nice and tall. Twists come from the thoracic. Keep your lumbar stable and strong. You can stay here, or if you need more sensation, feel free to take your hand behind you, supporting yourself, and then take your elbow to the outside of your knee and deepen that twist. And then slowly release and switch sides. Leg crosses over, wrapping around that shin. You're going to inhale, lift and lengthen through that torso, and then you're just going to start beginning to twist your torso towards your bent leg. Keeping that chest nice and tall. Trying to stretch a little bit through your hips, IT band, piriformis muscle. And then if you want a deeper sensation, feel free to take that back hand, support it, and take your elbow against the outside of that leg and twist. And slowly release. Sit in cross-leg position. Last one we'll do is stretch through the neck. So ground down through the fingertips. Release one ear down. Stretching through that side of the neck. Inhale back to center, and then other side, releasing your other ear down, relaxing both shoulders down away from the ears. And bring everything back up. We'll take 3 big breaths together. Inhale, sweeps up. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. And last one, biggest breath you've had all day in. And exhale completely and thoroughly. And I say thank y'all for doing class. Thank your bodies for doing something healthy for you today. And we'll see you soon.